And there's a shot earlier of the Rockets preparing for action. It's a Western Conference matchup as the Portland Trail Blazers come into town in this game. We're live in Houston where the Rockets have home court advantage. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan joining me. Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and courtside Doris Burke. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Dwight Howard in this one?
He is so athletic, Kevin, and for a guy his size, one of the best athletes I think this league has ever seen. And what makes him so important to his team is just the defense, the shot blocking, the anticipation, the speed, the dominance in that paint area.
Yeah, when you're 6'11", Steve, strong and can jump the way Dwight Howard does, I think it just comes with the territory. Whether he's sending shots back, throwing them down, everything is done with authority. Houston might have made the playoffs in the West last season, guys, but it wasn't because they were beating up on their peers. They were 24-28 against the rest of the West. That's why they got the 8th seed.
Lynn kicks to Howard. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Howard's got the opening basket of the game for the Rockets. Lillard with it. And he banks in the layup. You remember the Rockets last year when they were playing a lot of teams in the West near the end of the regular season. That was when they slipped, Steve, out of the 6th seed range down to number 8.
Well, of course, the West was really strong last year, Kevin, so it makes sense that you're going to struggle a little bit against all those good teams. But, Houston ended up being the only team in the West to make the playoffs with a sub-500 record against the rest of the conference.
And LaMarcus Aldridge, an all-star for the 3rd straight season. Looking back, he's really been the jewel of that 2006 draft class where he went 2nd overall.
Clark, you talk about Aldridge and what he's meant to the Trailblazers. Really the franchise player, Steve, in Portland. I think they look at him that way.
And for a team that had to rebuild on the fly after losing so many of their key players to injury, going back to Brandon Roy and Greg Oden, it's nice to see the Blazers bounce back and start to get Aldridge some help with guys like Damian Lillard and Batum and Matthews.
The Blazers found themselves, guys, near the bottom of the West last season, and typically when that happens, you struggle against the rest of the conference, and that was certainly the case for Portland.
And the second free throw, good. Portland did have their problems, as you said, Clark, against the West. A big part of it was late in the season. They were beat up and lost their last 13 games of the year. Steve, mostly those losses coming to Western teams. Well,
that was a big slide for them. And, they probably made their 18-34 mark in the conference seem probably a little worse than it should have. But, look, they were out of the playoffs. They lost their edge, and they were playing a lot of young people. I think this is a team that has a chance to make a big comeback.
And stolen by Lillard. And stolen by Parsons. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Lillard dishes to Batum. And that one's good.
Strong move to the hoop. Nice power move. I like that one.
Here is Harden. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I had a chance to catch up with Terry Stotts. He said he certainly followed the rise of Jeremy Lin into a prime-time point guard in this league, and he told me we need to try to limit his penetration. That's where he's most effective, slashing and with the drive and kick. Guys, Lin has certainly been working to improve his outside shot, but sometimes you have to pick your poison, and Bill Lin is shooting from outside. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Portland with the ball. Lillard with it, and it's Lin picking him up. And he gets it to go.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Rockets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, the Rockets front office very influenced by advanced stats or sabermetrics, if you will. They revealed one thing that they think the league undervalues, and that's attack guards, ones who put pressure on the defense off the dribble. That's one more reason they pursued the slashing Jeremy Lin so strongly.
And he knocks down the first one. Back to Jeremy Lin, a great penetrator, very active, gets to the line. He's about as surprising a guy, Steve, as I can recall getting in the league and having putting a thumbprint on things.
Well, much more athletic than people give him credit for. Very explosive. He can get into the paint and a really quick first step.
Both free throws good from Lin. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Lillard, the pass to Lopez. Back to Lillard. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 6.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%, can't do better than that.
Harden gets a screen from Howard, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Matthews against Harden. And Matthews kicks to Lillard. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Harden outside. Shoots over Matthews.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Another miss by Harden. Batum with the ball. And it's Lin picking him up. Aldridge kicks to Lillard. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Batum for 3. They grab their own miss. And that one's good by Aldridge.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Rockets trail by 4. Pass to Howard. And he goes in for the dunk.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
And so here's Portland. The Rockets making the shot, and Aldridge slams it in.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
For Houston, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Matthews against Harden. Howard setting the pick for Harden. A floater, and it's sent back by Matthews. Lillard with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Lopez, a screen on Parsons. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Lin against Lillard. Lin kicks to Howard. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Howard's got 6. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard gets the screen from Matthews. And it's out of bounds to Portland. All retain possession. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in.
Into the lineup for the Trailblazers. Myers Leonard.
Lin against Lillard. Clock at 6. Here's Leonard. The shot, no good. Good D by Howard. Rockets trail by 4. And here is Lin. He kicks to Harden. Here's Hasek. Left Left side, Lynn. Houston needs to get a shot off. Tries again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, we're going to see one of the experts in the league at making the long outlet pass to get the fast break going. Always with his head up, immediately looking down the floor when he gets the ball.
And that's not all there is to say about him, Steve. I mean, he also is a master of the pick and roll. Get the ball in his hands and set a screen for him, and there will be an easy bucket after it.
And that one falls for Lynn.
You know, the Rockets turned a lot of heads last season, guys, as they got back into the playoffs after missing out the year before. A big part of that was how they played at home. They were very tough to beat in Houston.
Smith checked in for Omer Asik. Both free throws good from Lynn. And the Rockets, as you said, Clark, strong at home, and that can be seen in that record of 29-12. Just the kind of home record, Steve, you need to get into the playoffs.
And it was the way the Rockets played that was so impressive, Kevin. They attack the rim, and then they kick out and bomb a ton of threes. And I think that's the kind of attack, the kind of style that can really bring a friendly crowd and bring them to their feet. And I thought that the Houston fans got more and more animated as the season went on. Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Rockets trail by 4. Leonard with the steal. Moving it up. Lillard dishes to Leonard. Lillard against Len. And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. Cans the shot from the wing. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Good. 6 points here for Lynn. Now here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Outside Matthews. He dishes it to Aldridge. Parsons against Batum. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Matthews from the arc. No good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Lynn the pass to Howard. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
For the Trailblazers, Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Aldridge. Wright comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Williams in for Damian Lillard. Portland leading by 4. Robinson sets a screen for Williams. Leonard with a screen on Harden. There's the 3, and there's Mo Williams on the assist by Batum. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Rockets shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Moniunas dishes to Harden. No good from outside.
Tell you what, if their success on the boards in this first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
Outside, Batum. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Beverly. Williams kicks to Batum. It's rebounded by Houston.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 5.
Scoring-wise, a really sluggish start for him, guys. I mean, just 2 for 7 overall.
Williams passes to Leonard. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
My Myers Leonard out of the University of Illinois is a raw athletic 7-footer. He was taken by Portland with the 11th pick back in 2012. He's a bit of a project, no doubt about that. But he's shown a nice touch on his jumper. He's pretty mobile and agile. I think in time, he'll put it together, and he's going to be a good center in this league.
Beverly dishes to Montiunas, and he throws it down hard with one hand. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over this.
Well, I just, you know what, Kev? Come on, Kev. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up. I mean, he threw it down with force.
Robinson. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith's got his third rebound tonight. Here's Beverly, defended by Batum. Montiunas' shot is good. And back to Myers Leonard. Still pretty law, the kid out of Illinois, came out after his second year of college.
Yeah, he had some health and financial issues in his family, so that's one of the reasons he left early. So he probably came, before he was fully developed and ready. But I think he's a player with a lot of talent, and he's in a situation in Portland where he could get some very consistent minutes this year.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Boy, you talk about a franchise having some terrible luck with injuries. Portland is certainly that team. A lot of emerging stars in Rip City have had their careers or tenure cut short because of injury. And the injury bug, once again, reared its head for Portland.
No good on that one. As you said, with the Blazers throughout the ages, they've had to deal with injuries to guys like Walton and Oden and most recently Roy. Unfortunately, Steve, starting over is something that they are used to doing.
But they are in a pretty good position to do so right now, Kevin. I think they've been really good in the draft the last couple of years. Obviously, they got a star in Damian Lillard that they can build around. To me, the key is LaMarcus Aldridge. Can they re-sign him? Can he be that dominant low-post guy in Portland for the next 5 or 6 years? He sure has the potential.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Well, they've got to meet the energy that they're facing right now. It's so important to battle on the boards.
Portland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
Here's Beverly. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. There's the dish to Montiunas. And no good, and a chance to take the lead. And Batum kicks to Williams. Right, that's a 2-pointer. And too long on the shot. Rockets trail. Dishes it to Beverly. Kicks it to Montiunas. Fires from deep. And Wright pulls it down. And for Portland, they're shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Trying to get back on track. And yes, sir, that one drops. Wright's got his first 3 points of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Smith with a screen on Williams. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Montiunas passes to Beverly. And the basket good. And so here's Portland. Outside Williams. Drilled it just as the horn sounds.
And Kevin, he had the eye of the tiger there. I mean, he was not going to pass that shot up.
No
way.
Well
done. Big time shot in the clutch.
No, he was dying for the chance to take that shot, no question.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 4. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Trailblazers.
And some great drives to the bucket for them to this point, guys.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Aldridge and Lopez are down low. Williams is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Matthews in at the 3. And Aldridge slams it in.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Lynn gets a screen from Howard. Lynn against Lillard. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Lynn.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time, but if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Lillard against Lynn. Shot clock at 6. Lillard attacking, tries to save it. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
I think he was surprised to see the pass coming his way, and he reacted a little late.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone.
Well, Blazers coach Terry Stotts is a branch on the tree of head coach George Karl, and that's a pretty good tree to be on. In his playing days, Karl coached Stotts in the CBA, and actually Stotts had a pretty good career in Europe.
Garcia against Williams. He feeds it to Aldridge. Back to Williams. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And for Terry Stotts, after his playing days, he coached as an assistant under George Karl, both in the CBA and then with the Sonics and the Bucks.
And over 2 decades of coaching experience, Kevin. This is his 6th season overall as an NBA head coach. Remember, he coached the Hawks as well as the head man, but I thought did a nice job with Portland last season.
And he makes the first.
Well, a lot of basketball pundits, so to speak, would like to eliminate lottery pick protection outside the top 3 from trades. They feel it gives teams too strong an incentive to tank. You look at the Blazers last season, they owed their pick to the Bobcats. It was 13th or lower, and they finished the season 8-26 after going 500 at that point. So maybe a little suspicious.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
And stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Rockets trail by 6. Ron Clark going back to the Blazers. They finished the season among the worst defensive teams in the entire league.
And that's where they've got to improve, Kevin. They did a decent job denying looks on the perimeter, but they didn't get blocks or steals, so not a real force defensively. And among the worst in fast break points and points in the paint as well, so they clearly have some areas they can shore up.
Well, you think back to 2011 and 12 when Dwight was playing his final season in Orlando. He just didn't know what was going to happen. He would say one thing, then do another. It turned into a long saga. And then it's kind of the same thing happened last year with the Lakers.
Well, getting back to Howard, he said he knew where he would sign, but there were all sorts of possibilities as he went Clark through free agency.
Yeah, Kevin, the contenders and pretenders ended up being clear fairly fast. I mean, as you might imagine, when a franchise player hits the market, there's a lot of interest, but ultimately he ended up here, which seems to be a really good fit for him.
6 on the shot clock. Good D by Lopez.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and that's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Kevin, there's no doubting Damian Lillard is off to a great start in his NBA career and is a great match with LaMarcus Aldridge in the pick-and-roll game. Aldridge, no doubt, happy to have such a ready-made teammate, saying, quote, "The thing that stands out the most is his pace and poise. He has all the tools to be great, and he listens and is trying to grow." Coach Stotts summed it up this way: he's legit. Gentlemen.
An intriguing young talent. Thanks.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Timeout called. The Rockets
Well, you know, Damian Lillard, the number 6 pick in the 2012 draft, but that didn't matter because he ran away with the Rookie of the Year award. Taking over the reins at guard in Portland, this young man was special.
So it's the Rockets now. 6-point game. Garcia sets the screen for Lin. Kicks it out to Garcia. Back to Lin. And that one's good. Lin's got 6 here in this quarter. And a great start for Damian Lillard last season. Won the Vegas Summer League co-MVP award. Stepped right into that big void for Portland at point guard, especially after Raymond Felton had really kind of taken that position and downgraded it the year before.
Yeah, there was a huge hole in the lineup for the Blazers, and Lillard stepped right in and filled it up. Had an incredibly productive season. And now it's about improving his overall game, getting his defense better. I think he could be one of the top point guards in the NBA before too long.
How many minutes a game, Steve, did he play, did you calculate?
About 39 a game. Yeah, top 3 in the NBA. He's a big minutes guy.
Tremendous. And he gets it to go. And now just a 2-point Portland lead.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
There's the pass to Aldridge. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Aldridge has got 13.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Lillard against Lin. Howard with the screen on Lillard. Lin dishes to Usher. Can't get it to go. Aldridge with some nice D. Williams attacking. And Matthews kicks to Williams. Feeds it to Lillard. Lillard gets the screen from Aldridge. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you know, everybody figured that it was going to be Anthony Davis running away with the Rookie of the Year last season, guys. But right from the start, I mean, out of the chute, Damian Lillard showed that he was going to be making a serious push to receive that Rookie of the Year honor.
No good on the free throw. Well, you talk about the hot start for Damian Lillard. He reached 400 points and 140 assists in 22 games. Only 3 players in NBA history, Steve, have reached that mark in 22 games or less.
It's incredible the way you pull that stuff off the top of your head.
I know it.
You know who the numbers, the other players were?
I bet it's some pretty good names.
Yeah, Oscar Robertson, Isaiah Thomas,
geez.
and Allen Iverson.
It's pretty good.
I pulled that off the top of my head.
That's lofty company.
Sure is.
Lillard has been playing really well. He has 11 points and a couple of nice steals, too. You talk about being on, he's been it. Not even one missed shot so far.
Yeah, this is superhuman stuff we're seeing right now.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Williams kicks to Lillard. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Clock at 6. And stolen by Parsons. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Lillard attacking. Pass to Williams. The feed now to Aldridge. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Omer Asik with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robinson comes in for Robin Lopez, and it's Batum for Mo Williams. And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. The kick out to Matthews. Wide open look. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You really don't want to see him missing those mid-range shots, but when he's open, he's got to shoot it.
Lin with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Lynn the pass to Beverly. He kicks to Howard. And that misses. That would have put him up.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Batum dishes to Lillard. Passes it to Aldridge. The 17-footer goes down. Aldridge has got 15.
Great job there, recognizing the mismatch and taking advantage.
They got to put a bigger guy on him. Otherwise, he'll bury those jumpers all game.
Here's Harden. The shot misses. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And Matthews kicks to Lillard. Pass to Robinson. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
Howard drives in. Here's Beverly. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
Gotta love the inside-out game there, guys.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Now the dish to Batum. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. Back to Batum. Aldridge, the pass to Lillard. Moves back up, and it's laid in by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 17 now.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
It's Harden with the drive. Tries again. Shot is no good. Aldridge with some nice D. For Portland, they've gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Wesley Matthews on the wing. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Kevin, he does a great job of moving without the ball, and he gets a lot of good looks because of that movement. And as long as his teammates are setting screens and looking for him, he can be lethal from the outside.
And that is the key, Steve, but his release in those catch-and-shoot moments is also terrific.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
Lillard from outside. Trailblazers keep it alive, pushing their lead to double digits. And now it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yep, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, it certainly had the makings of a great story. Harden versus his old team, the Rockets coming back with a big Game 5 win. If they could get Game 6, they'd be able to force that final 7th game and maybe pull off the upset, but it wasn't meant to be.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. He said to his players, we can do a lot of damage if we get more aggressive about driving the lane and taking it into the teeth of this defense. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
All right, Doris. Here's Parsons. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Well, going back to the Rockets in the postseason, a lot of people had them picked to get steamrolled. But, Steve, they put up a solid fight and really turned some heads with how they played.
Well, the easy answer was because of the Westbrook injury. That's how Houston was able to really take Oklahoma City deep into that series. But I think there's more to it than that. The Rockets have tremendous offensive firepower. I think they're gaining momentum as a franchise. And heading into this year, I think they're one of the scariest teams in the conference.
Here's Moniunas. He dishes it to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
That's good.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
You know, the Rockets did a lot to make over their backcourt last season as they brought in 2 big names in Jeremy Lin and James Harden. And that's not always an easy adjustment. It took a little time for both of those guys to figure out how to coexist in the pick-and-roll offense.
The first free throw is good.
You know, they did a good job in the first quarter getting themselves to the line, but here in the second, they've gone away from it.
Well, everything's become perimeter-oriented, Clark, and you really have to be penetrating and looking inside, keeping that defense honest.
Both free throws good from Beverly. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 11. 1:32 left here in the second. Dishes it to Batum. Kicks to Robinson. A baseline J. Good. Robinson's got 10 points now just in this quarter. And Clark, as you said, it took some time for this Houston backcourt to learn how to play with each other, but that is the case for any duo. Eventually, Steve, they found a happier medium, and that initiated some great offense between them.
Well, they were much more effective down the stretch last season, Kevin, and I thought it really showed in the way Lin and Harden kind of played off of each other. So, you know, a lot of teams, they seem to want to have that second option for bringing the ball up or for attacking, and it is very effective to have a couple of guys who can each attack and create.
And he gets it to go.
Well executed possession. They controlled the shot. Nicely done.
Now the pass to Smith. On the money from 12 feet away. 36 seconds left in the second quarter. Now, here's Lillard, covered by Beverly. Lillard attacking. Robinson left side. Wide open look. Again, the Trailblazers score.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Harden against Batum. Beverly dishes to Smith.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
It could go. Shot is no good. And so that's the end of the first half. Trailblazers lead by 14. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, James, throughout the first half, you struggled with turnovers. Is keeping better control of the ball a major focus for the second half?
Yeah, that's still too many turnovers, especially on forced turnovers. So we got to really lock in on our turnovers, make the right play at all times.
James, we appreciate the time. Guys, over to you.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Now, presented by Sprint.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports, and we're all set for the halftime report. A full head of steam for the Trailblazers. They're playing very good basketball. They've gotten a tremendous boost from their reserves, going to them early in the game for production. LaMarcus Aldridge absolutely lights out. How's that for a shooting percentage? 100. Yes, 100% from the court. Not too bad. For the Rockets, they haven't had the same luck. They've been getting pounded on the glass, just not bringing the aggression, the physicality needed to get the job done. A great performance by Jeremy Lin in the first half. He's got a dozen points and has kept everyone else involved, piling up the assists. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's get you back to the action in Houston.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. We're seeing a tremendous game from LaMarcus Aldridge.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all four quarters.
It's Asik paired up in the front court with Howard. Manning the backcourt, Jeremy Lin along with James Harden, and it's Parsons in at the small forward. That's the five to begin the second half for Kevin McHale. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lopez with the ball. And it's Howard picking him up. Lopez kicks to Batum. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
Rockets trail by 16. Harden outside. He feeds it to Lynn. Back to Harden. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You look at Harden's career, he was a gifted scorer at Arizona State, but with a slow start in his rookie season, and playing with 2 of the best players in the league in Oklahoma City, people seem to forget that he's always been a player who can light it up.
That free throw good from Harden. And James Harden, the first ever draft pick by the Oklahoma City Thunder after the move from Seattle, certainly. To see him go so soon in his NBA career as he was reaching stardom had to be tough for fans, and we know, Clark, certainly for his teammates.
I agree wholeheartedly there, Kevin. And think of all the fans who wore fake beards on their faces, even buildings in OKC with beards adorning them. So Harden wasn't just a great player. His image was almost a mascot for the team as well.
Well, look at Steve, Clark. He's got the fake Harden beard on right now next to us. I mean, geez.
Beard the beard.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rockets with the rebound. Harden outside to the middle. Asik, the pass to Lynn. And stolen by Lillard. Rejected by Parsons. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Rejected by Batum, and he's able to get it back. And he recovers it. Matthews with it. He's got 5. Lillard with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Aldridge, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Aldridge has got 19 points.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
They sure are. You got to come up with something, a double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting ridiculous.
Parsons dishes to Asik. Just 5 on the clock. It's Harden with the drive, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Aldridge has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, and he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty. The way he can blast his way straight through traffic, he's really strong.
You know, one other thing you have to appreciate when it comes to him is his skill on the low block. Terrific footwork, nice up and under fake, and he's got a tremendously soft touch.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, guys, Kevin McHale had some advice for the team in that last break. The ball has to be fed into the low post much more than it has been to this point. That was his message. He said, they're giving us room down low. Let's take advantage of it. He also wants them using a fundamental offensive approach. Specifically, he'd like to see them running the pick and roll as often as they can. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Out to the right wing. Lillard attacking, and the shot is good. Lillard's got 15 points.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim. Guys, it's no surprise that a young team like the Blazers found it difficult sledding on the road. Not quite the experience or edge needed to put together good performances on a nightly basis away from home.
Feeds it to Batum. The dive for the ball. Aldridge, the pass to Lillard. Rockets 6. Rockets with the rebound. Lynn's got 4 rebounds in this game. Well, for the Blazers, statistically, they played as close as you could ask for as to when they played at home, but they didn't really have the roster to protect the rim and Steve forced turnovers, which is always a big help on the road.
Yeah, their interior defense was a problem last year. A lot of teams just ate them up, particularly when Portland would go out on the road. That's one of the reasons they finished 11-30. You have to be able to defend at a high level to win away from home.
And the basket by Lillard.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
Harden with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Here's Hasek. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Great job. Take it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Portland.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
The other thing that jumps out to me is just the big number of assists they've had. The offensive efficiency has been a major factor.
The first one falls.
Well, you know, guys, the Houston fans could be forgiven for not having heard of Omer Asik when the Rockets signed him as their starting center a season ago. He was a second-round pick out of Turkey in 08, a backup in Chicago, but he's quickly shown himself to be a key piece of this promising young core.
Garcia, he's checked in for the Rockets. Second free throw, no good. And you have to give the Rockets credit for going after Asik, a player who never averaged more than 15 minutes a game with Chicago, a restricted free agent with the Bulls, and became a very important part for the Rockets.
Well, they clearly saw something special with Asik. He's a great rebounder and defender, uses his body, understands angles, and plays that verticality really well as a defensive center.
Back to Lynn. Lynn gets a screen from Asik, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, in the first half, he was flawless when it came to handling the ball, but that has not been the case here since halftime.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard dishes to Aldridge. That one off the back iron and out.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Lynn kicks to Harden. Back to Lynn. Asik, the pass to Lynn. The feed now to Asik. Lynn's shot is off.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Matthews into the lane. Howard with the steal. Harden against Aldridge. Aldridge with the block. They recover it. And Howard with the stop. And so here's Portland. Matthews dishes to Leonard. Lillard outside. Leonard with a screen on Lynn. Aldridge with it. Now guarded by Asik. And he gets it to go. 6 points for Batum. Rockets trail by 17. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Lynn kicks to Harden. 6 to shoot. To the wing right side. Shoots from the baseline. Garcia's shot is good. Garcia's got his second bucket.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
Lynn against Lillard. Out left to the wing. Here's Aldridge. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Aldridge has got 6 in the quarter.
I'll tell you, he's really carrying a lot of the load offensively, and that's almost always good news for them.
Lynn kicks to Harden. In low to Howard.
Wow, what a throwdown. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
And maybe that'll give this team a little bit of their edge back.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Pass to Batum. Right side, Batum. Back to Lillard. He kicks to Leonard. Lynn with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Lynn's got it. And the layup is good. Lynn's got 16.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. His teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Batum. Right side, Leonard. Back to Batum. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And Garcia with the block. And here's Harden for 3. Here's Lynn. Lots of room. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Garcia.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
Lillard attacking, and there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's his first foul.
Yeah, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Outside Williams. The shot is off. Nice defense from Beverly. Rockets trail by 11. Lets the 3 fly, and it's Portland with the rebound. Matthews has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Matthews gets the screen from Leonard. Matthews into the lane. Williams for 3. Here's Batum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Batum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, it's plays like that. Hustle plays on the glass and then staying with it, being active, really caused some problems for that defense.
Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 9.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Williams, that's good. And so it's Houston with it, trailing by 13. There's the pick. Here's Beverly. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He has not been on his game, and you know their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation. And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Harden the pass to Moniunas. Jacks up a 3. Here's Smith. Nice D from Matthews.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. So it's Portland now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Williams kicks to Leonard. Nice defense from Moniunas. Rockets trail by 13. A minute 20 left here in the third quarter. And the shot is good. Smith's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Now here's Williams. Defense right on him. Passes to Batum. Now the dish to Matthews. Pulls up. High post. It's rebounded by Houston. On the wing, Harden. Guarded by Wright. Back to Harden. Lets it go with a three. Batum grabs the miss.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
And it's blocked by Harden. Pass to Garcia. Moniunas dishes to Beverly. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The Rockets have gone 9 of 13 from the line.
Patrick Beverly. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
It seems like they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and it's just been that kind of a day.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Jarrell Wright. Both free throws good from Beverly.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Here's Batum, and there's the rejection. But they get it back. It's Williams with the drive. No good. Nice D from Beverly. 16 feet away. Second shot opportunity. The third quarter comes to a close. Trail. Comes to a close. Rockets trail by 9, and on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Batum and Aldridge are the power tandem. Damian Lillard out there with Williams, and it's Lopez in at the center filling out the middle. A nice shot by Lin. Now Lillard. He dishes it to Williams. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Just putting on a passing display out there.
Well, just add another fantastic assist to the highlight reel for this guy.
Lin the pass to Harden. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Dishes to Aldridge. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 5. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Last season was the best yet for Robin Lopez. Career highs pretty much across the board for Lopez as he stepped into the starting center role for New Orleans. Sometimes it's just a matter of opportunity before a player gains the confidence to be productive in a starting role.
That's good from Lopez. And for Robin Lopez, not the scorer that his twin brother Brook is, but, you know, he's showing some signs offensively.
Well, he's efficient from the field and from the foul line, and the key for him is to continue to work on his rim protection, his defense in the lane. He's got potential to be very good in there.
And both free throws good for Lopez.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Throws it up high, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And that's 20 points for Howard.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Portland leading by 7. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Parsons attacking. Outside, Lynn. Kicks it out to Harden. Howard with a screen on Williams. Outside, Lynn shoots the 3. Here's Hasek. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Houston, Omer Hasek. 2 shots.
That's good from Hasek.
This is what they need to do in the second half to come out with the win. It's not the only thing, but when you convert free throws at the other end, you put a lot of pressure on the opponent to play solid defense against you.
Both free throws good from Hasek. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Williams with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by Williams. That's 10 points for Nicholas Batum. And here is Lynn. Harden outside. Back to Lynn. Houston moving the ball around. Another miss by Houston.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
Lillard outside. Here's the floater. The shot is off. And the Rockets take it the other way. Parsons on the wing. Defended by Batum. Harden sets the pick for Lynn. And that one's good. Lynn's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, that shot was made possible by the work Dwight Howard did.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, you look at the relationship between Dwight Howard and Kobe Bryant. And, you know, from a distance, it just appeared as though they weren't always on the same page, and that's understandable. I mean, 2 guys of that caliber, Kobe Bryant, a multi-time NBA champion, Dwight Howard coming off injury, trying to figure out how to make things work. Kobe always laser focused and serious. Dwight more of a playful type of personality. You could understand why it might have taken them some time to get on the same page.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
All right, Doris, thanks. And, Steve, going back to that difference in temperament, some teams are more fun-loving, while other teams are more intense and more confrontational. Which of the two is more conducive, do you think, to winning?
I think you can win either way, Kevin, but it depends on the personality of your team. As long as everyone respects each other, plays hard, holds one another accountable, you can do that and still have fun at the same time.
An even 3-on-3 break. Lynn with it. Lillard picks him up. Harden kicks to Lynn. Hasek in the post. Aldridge is there. And good on the basket. Book it. Hasek's got 4 points this quarter.
They are so productive in the low post right now. 8 straight points have come inside the paint.
That's bully ball they're playing there.
Williams. And against the shot to fall after coming off the pick. And the Trailblazers lead by 7. Houston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Harden gets a screen from Lynn. Parsons the 3. That's good.
When he came off that screen, the defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Aldridge with a screen on Lynn. Lillard dishes to Aldridge, and he lays it straight in. Aldridge has got 25 points in the game.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today. Boy, it's been a rough day for him, Kevin. I mean, he's not the only reason they're down right now, but he's certainly one of them.
And now Williams inside. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Williams. Left side Williams. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Houston gets called for the foul.
Houston has their hands full guarding against Williams.
He's got 13 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Yeah, a lot of times he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Here's Lynn. Here's Harden on the wing. Back to Lynn. Howard setting the pick for Lynn. And Parsons kicks to Lynn. From deep, Harden. Another miss by Harden.
Well, it looks like it's in his head right now. He looks tight. He's not producing, and his team's struggling as well.
And Williams, here we go. Here's Lopez. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, you just can't give them that kind of position in the post.
I'll tell you what, when he gets it in that tight, he's going to bury those.
Harden gets a screen from Usyk. Harden the pass to Lynn. Lets it go with a three. Another miss by Harden.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
Now here's Lynn. Howard drives in. And yes, sir, that one drops. Howard's got 12 points here in the second half.
How huge has he been, giving his team the lift?
Without his work offensively, Steve, I don't know where they'd be. Shooting at great efficiency. I don't think they'd have a chance without him.
Lynn with it. Lillard picks him up. Lynn dishes to Harden. Another miss by Harden.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Williams kicks to Lillard. The kick out to Williams. And it's good.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Rockets trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Back to Lynn. Puts it up. Bullseye. Lynn's got 8 here in the quarter. Here's Williams. Out left to the wing. Lillard against Lynn. Lillard the pass to Aldridge. Kicks to Batum. 5 on the clock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
One of the rare statistical feats you'll ever see in the NBA was accomplished by Nicholas Batum last season. In a December game, he tallied a 5-by-5. 5 points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks.
And the first one drops. And last season for Batum, a new gigantic contract, uptick in minutes, and when he was healthy, he was terrific.
Yeah, you know, Portland traded away Gerald Wallace to basically clear a path for Batum. And you're right, when he's healthy, he really can be an effective player out there. I like his defensive versatility. With his length and speed, he can guard either wing players or perimeter guys.
They're doing a great job here in the second half. They've brought their free throw percentage up quite a bit. And that's winning basketball. That's one of the ingredients in winning basketball. Good free throw shooter. Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Lillard outside. Lopez dishes to Lillard. Here's Matthews, and it's blocked by Harden. And they'll keep possession. And they'll keep possession. And that one's good by Lopez.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Lynn kicks to Howard. Lopez with the steal. Lillard with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Parsons. Parsons got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Poked away. Harden kicks to Howard. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 11 rebounds in the game. Lopez, a screen on Lynn. Lillard attacking. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. 27 points for LaMarcus Aldridge. Rockets trail by 13. Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, he just isn't pleased at all with the looks they've given up defensively inside. So I think this timeout is all about trying to get his group to tighten up defensively.
They just don't look very sharp to me on the defensive side.
Matthews against Harden. To the inside, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Now, here's Lillard, defended by Asha. Matthews into the lane, into Lopez. Plays it up and banks it in. Lopez has got 8 points in the quarter.
Shaky defense down low again. It's been a mismatch in the paint.
I'm sure they didn't go into this one expecting to get battered like they have inside.
Lynn kicks to Harden. The tray. Some solid defense there from Matthews.
And that's pretty much how this game has gone. They've controlled the boards and looked to come away with the win right here.
And Lillard gets double teamed. The pass to Lopez. 6 to shoot. Aldridge against Parsons. LaMarcus Aldridge again. Aldridge has got 29.
Well, what we saw here tonight is one team just had everything going for it and the other didn't. Huge margin of victory for Portland.
Clark, their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Well, they were disciplined and focused, I thought, all game long, Kevin. Excellent defense around the rim.
And if you had to pick one player who would maybe take over everyone else in terms of picking up his game, it was, I think, that kind of a night for Lillard. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone on his team on offense.
Shot to stop the run. That's good. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. Lopez left side. Howard with the steal. Harden with it. Lillard picks him up. Batum with the steal. Lillard with it. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lopez. Portland no good that time either.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
Left side, Lynn. He feeds it to Howard. Here's Hasek. Count it.
They have got